Resident Evil.
And we're back! I was not intending to make this a two-part episode. This isn't going to be a normal thing. A lot of these are not going to be two-parters. I want to try to do them all in one shot, but there's still a whole lot more that we got to go through on this, and a lot happened in that first part. So, thank you all for coming back to join me for part 2 of Guardhouse B. If you're a YouTube member, monthly member, or a Patreon subscriber, then let's just continue on, shall we? I am rested, I am ready to go, I have eaten, and I am in a lot of trouble. All right, so basically we have ourselves a problem here in that it's Joseph's turn, and what's great about Joseph is he can just jump off of the vines immediately because of his ability and go. But Barry needs to be able to roll successful dodges, and not only is he taking damage from the plants, but he's going to take damage from the poison. Granted, Joseph is poisoned too, which is even worse. Oh gosh, and if Barry... It's possible for Joseph to get to the item box, get a first aid spray, and get back to Barry as soon as he can. Because if Barry dies, then I have to go and revive him. Okay, here we go. So we know that it is Joseph's turn right now. I pulled... So, even though that this is a pie wedge symbol here on top of the all clear at the end of Barry's turn, it's when you draw it from the deck. When you draw a card from the tension deck that has that symbol on it, you take the poison damage. Now, again, the thing with Joseph is he's able to avoid those vines because he only has 2 more hits before he's dead. He's able to avoid those vines. It's just a matter of making sure that the poison doesn't kill him before he gets to the... the item box. And also with the virulent blood or whatever, virulent blood, while this card is in play, always use the symbol printed on this card when resolving enemy reactions during the reaction phase. I thought, again, it was late when I did this and I was kind of losing my mind a bit. I thought that this means that this symbol was always active for everything. No. So at the beginning of a tension phase, this would not actually trigger all the time. Like, I could do an all clear and it can be blank and a vine will not trigger. However, it's still triggered on Barry's turn because we did have at least something showing there on the top of the discard pile, so it just kind of rolled over from there. All that said and done, I got 2 B items, I got 3 A items, we got to get to that chest. And simply enough putting, it is Joseph's turn, so he gets his free moment at the beginning of his turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, running to that box. The only thing that'll slow us down and hurt us is our tension deck. Sinister Echoes. Place this card next to the tension deck with 4 wound tokens on it. The character makes an attack while this card is in play. After resolving the attack, draw a card from the encountering deck. At the end of each player's turn, discard a token. All right, so that'll probably weed itself out. The problem is that that's still showing. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 right there, and it is going to be the end of Joseph's turn, so that is going to go onto the field as well, but at least one of these automatically comes off. Now Barry has 3 vines that will deal a lot of damage to him along his turn. Do I just chance it? Do I just chance it and run? Because if I just chance it and run, even if he dies, I think Joseph should be able to get it. Okay, we're going to do that. I don't really want to use my flamethrower at all. I want to conserve some of that, but here we go. Okay, ready, 1, 2, 3. All right, so fun. Barry takes a damage because of the vines, but he kills it. So that at least is 1 vine off of it. That was 1, 2, 3, and we're going to try one more time. We're going to try to move it out of here. Go, Barry! Barry's in danger, but at least the 2 vines gone. Oh, no. He's almost dead. If he pulls any poison thing, then that's it. All clear. All right, so that goes there. So now a vine will not spawn. Oh my goodness. Okay, so 1 off from Sinister Echoes. Actually, I killed the vine. Hold on a second. We're going to put this back before I do anything else. We're going to shuffle that in because that's a blank as well. This could be really, really bad, but we'll see. Okay, so I shuffled that back in. Before I do anything else, Sinister Echoes does not trigger because it's when I do an attack. I just pushed it and I dealt 1 damage, so it died. However, enemies did die. It is considered a small-based enemy, so I get to take 2 off of Virulent Blood and hopefully get that out of play as well. Now we draw from the tension deck, and it's an all clear. Oh God, that was the scariest one yet. Because at this point, any damage that Barry takes, he is dead. Now, Joseph is going to take his free movement right there. So now we have 1, 2, 3. Joseph, open that chest now. The problem is that I have all of this stuff, but this is his last action for the turn. I'm going to have to use an action at the beginning of the next turn in order to... Well, you know what? No, healing everybody first is way more important. So I'm going to put back into the item chest right now the self-defense gun, the insect spray, and the unprinted book. I'm taking out both blue herbs, and I'm taking out a first aid spray and a red-green-green herb mix. That'll be... Actually, no, I don't need the red-green-green herb. I'm just going to take a green-green herb. So that's going to be 2 levels of healing for Joseph, and I can always mix the blue herb into that. The other blue herb, you know what? No, I have 4 spaces. So, nope, I'm taking both red, green, my green, and both blue herbs. I'm not taking my first aid spray yet. I want to take those out right now and see what Barry's what happens with Barry. Okay, so Joseph took out all of this. It is a free action to mix herbs, so I actually am going to mix a blue herb in with this and a blue herb in with this. I need an action in order to heal myself, so I can't do anything yet. That is the end of Joseph's turn. This was still his turn. He moved in, and then his final thing was interacting with the box. He's going to have to heal himself and do everything on his next turn, but we should still be okay. We can go ahead and take out one of these because it's going to be the end of his turn after I do a drawing. Waterlogged. Oh, okay, well, I can't. All right, that's fine. The only problem is that a vine comes in. Joseph, what did you hit? What flooded in the room? Oh no, and a vine's there too. Great. I'm going to have to kill that thing in order to do anything because, again, it's an enemy. So in order for him to interact with the box and to heal and everything and to move off of it, I have to do dodge rolls. Ew. All right, well, that's Joseph. So it is Barry's turn right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, just making his way up. Oh, gee, I can't even get around that one. Maybe I just focus on healing, and then I can go back to the item box and do everything I need to. I think that's probably a good thing. So what do we got here? Next, we have Supply Cache. Places card next to the tension deck. You know what's the problem about this? The problem with this is then I'm going to place it next to it, and that's still going to be the top card. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, each time an enemy is killed, blah, 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 blah. Once this is removed, everybody takes an A item. Okay, so Senator Exos is going to be done at the end of this turn. We'll put Supply Cache there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Okay, yeah, so 5 enemies, and then we'll actually be able to take items from the A deck, which is very thin right now. It's only 3 items, and most of that's kerosene, at least from what I know of anyway. At the end of this, man, my A deck is going to be so bloated. Oh, it's so bloated. Okay, over here to Joseph again. He's going to take his free movement right here. The flooded token, just to let me know, this whole area is waterlogged. Actually, no. Oh, wait, go back. Hold on. Actually, Joseph doesn't have one of these because waterlogged wasn't supposed to be put in the discard pile. It's supposed to be placed next to the active character's tile, so it's not even on the discard pile. So the all clear is still there. Okay, good. No. I'm fine with that now. All right. That's the thing when I use my tokens. I forget, technically speaking, waterlogged is right here next to this, so it's not in the discard pile. But if you manage to discard cards otherwise, it could possibly be very similar to Virulent Blood. Either way, it is Joseph's turn, and I think what I'm going to do is we're just going to give him his free movement over here anyway, just to get him closer to Barry, because I got to stand on that one vine in order to do something. So his first action is actually going to be to use both of these green herbs and this blue herb. The blue herb, first and foremost, flips him back here. So now he is healed. And then each one of these green herbs will heal him 1. So 1, 2. Oh, okay. So Joseph is back in the game, which is great. Now I need to get over to Barry and heal him. I need to heal him immediately. All right, so that was 1 for the heal. 2, 3, and 4. Actually, no, yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to do 4 right there. Okay, no, I see what we're going to do here. Okay. Because then on Barry's turn, he'll use an action to do a trade. I'll give Joseph the shotgun, and Barry will take that. Barry's second action will be to heal himself, and then his third action, he's actually going to go back down and try to get open up that last area of the map, because we need to keep exploring this. If anything, we really do. Unfolding events. Draw a narrative card, then remove this card for the rest of the scenario. Wow. Okay, sure. Why not just have something else happen? Oh, these narrative cards. This is a thick deck. The mission cards are actually starting to become a little bit thinner, so I may find some of those mission cards that enable me to put other missions into it soon. But this is still a pretty big narrative deck. See what we get. All right, flip, flap, floop, and here we go. Kerosene container. This character gains, so this is Barry's turn. No, this is Joseph's turn. This character gains kerosene tokens up to their limit. For each token gained, draw an encounter card, or discard this without an effect. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm discarding this without an effect because I don't really want it. This will not get shuffled back into the deck. Yes, I could gain the other two, but there's kerosene down in the lower level that I'm sure Joseph will be at some point. So goodbye, event. And that's all we have to worry about for there. Boom, over to Barry. Again, all this matters when things are killed and nothing is killed yet. So action number one, trade, trade, trade. So we'll give Joseph the shotgun, and we'll give you this. I'm actually going to give Joseph the lighter as well, because Joseph's going to, I think on Joseph's turn, he's going to go back to the box and like kind of fiddle around with some stuff in there as well. So with that all done, action number two for Barry is a very much needed heal. Now he is no longer, get back here. He is no longer poisoned, which is good. And he heals 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back up to full. Oh my God, do you see how much? I just want to point out, this is going all back into my A deck. My A deck is going from 3 cards back to all of this. I still have a ton of ammunition in my, box that I can use for stuff. And I know probably that shotgun shells are going to go into this as well. But man, all right, so later battle or later missions, I'm going to need to start sifting through this. And with that said, Barry can take his last 2 actions to go right here, and then on his next turn, go in through there, and then open this up area, which is kind of the final parts of this area. Joseph, free movement over this way. Does he just want to go for that A item? I need to reset the deck at some point too. Maybe he'll do that later. 1, 2, 3, and yeah, we'll just open up the box once again, add some stuff, remove some stuff, and do what we got to do. All right, so as far as my inventory goes for the item box, I am putting back Joseph's handgun. I'm just not going to need that for the remainder of this. And I'm putting back the lighter that Barry gave me. I am taking back out the unprinted book and the insect spray. Both of these are needed for the scenario. And I'm taking out a thing of grenade rounds just to get those over the Barry to give them to him, because if he's going to go into an area, it's going to be probably loaded with enemies, and I need him to have ammunition. We all need to have ammunition at this point. I'm glad I didn't have to use them, but I only have 3 first aid sprays in my inventory for any type of healing, and that scares me. So, end of Joseph's turn. Oh, goodness, what the heck? Bee Swarm. The active character must move 2 squares away from their current square. This movement ignores it, blah, 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 blah. If it moved into a different... Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's great. Oh, actually, that's going to work. Because Joseph just goes, bees, and runs away here. Man, I have the insect spray and I can't do anything about it. Okay, here we go. Now we can finally start opening things up around here, seeing what's there. Barry goes 1, and then through the door for 2, and this is exploration card number, what is this? This is number 2. Oh yeah, we did 3 and 4 already. This is exploration card number 2. All right, you're gonna have to just kind of mentally in your mind rotate this 90 degrees to the left. You'll see it once we actually get back to the board. But we have the room that Barry walks into with an A item and a double pull. That's going to probably be bad, but he does have some heavy firepower on him. We have lots of, archways there. So between the room we're in and the next room is an archway for a single pull. And between that and that long L-shaped hallway, the very end is the Suncrest. That is where Joseph needs to go in order to use the bee spray. So he's definitely going to be coming back with Barry. That green room up there, that star, that is where the V-Jolt is going to be mixed. So that is what we're going to be doing as well, probably with Barry. So Joseph will come down, probably give Barry the grenade rounds if he needs it, and then run on up in order to kill the bees and collect the bee item. Barry can then go into that other room, collect a bee item, and that should be all the bee items, because I need them all. Ideally, all you need is room 003 key right here in order to unlock this, and you would also need that book that Joseph currently has in order to unlock the final door. So if those two items are the first two items you pull from the B deck, you could finish this whole thing without making the V-Jolt, without defeating the bees, and without having too much of a pain on you. Using the V-Jolt is extremely helpful for the boss battle that is coming up. So I do intend to do that regardless. I just want to kind of fix this up a little bit. And being that we're here, why not? Now then, Barry, let's go ahead and do our pull. Again, I'm just prepared right now for the fact that we're probably going to get hit with something. Got a dog, which is going to appear right in front of us. And we got a corpse, which actually is up and around, and I'm going to ignore that because I hopefully, this is famous last words until a crimson head pops up for sure. The dog came first right in front of us right there, and the corpse is popped right here. Barry's last action, we will use a flamethrower round and get rid of the dog. Again, I'm pretty sure that corpse will stand up and become a crimson head at some point, but we will deal with that when we need to. For right now, that dog is toast, and that is the end of Barry's turn. Perfect, wonderful, goodbye, dog. That actually works our way towards a few other things. I mean, I may just ignore the A items because if I'm going to use the supply cache, then I don't need to pick up anything because each Barry and Joseph are each going to draw a card, and that's going to be that. So, all right, so we'll leave it at that then. Just forget about the A items for right now. Where am I going there for? We're going here. All clear, but guess what comes up below Barry? Another vine right below Barry. Ugh, all right, whatever. The flamethrower is at 6, by the way. I forgot to mention that. So I'll have to refill that at some point soon. Anyway, Joseph, we'll give him his free movement. And then, sorry for the glare up here. I'm going to try to avoid that with zooms and everything. 1. Let's go ahead and do a roll. There we go. So we just needed a basic roll in order to get past that. So that's 2, 3, and 4, working his way down and around here to meet up with Barry. The typewriter within the room with the V-Jolt is where Barry's going to go in order to do everything else. I also, again, missed the opportunity to... I killed the dog and I took those 2 away, but I forgot to shuffle back in an all clear, but that's fine. Barry's going to do a full thing in a little bit anyway. So that is good for Joseph. Barry goes, and Barry's just going to go 1. Oh, no, you have to move off of that. So roll for Barry. Nope, he can't dodge. He can't dodge for the life of him. Oh. All right, so Barry once again takes a hit, and another one of these is done. Again, when an enemy is killed, hey, an enemy was killed. Hey, an enemy was killed. Hey, an enemy was killed. And you can agree or disagree with that decision that I make to make that part of the, part of his rule. But again, I've seen everything on the boards that the vines are considered small enemies. They have an enemy card. So why not, actually include them as part of it? It's not like they're just a random thing or whatever, but this, as you saw, this map is hard in its own right. So that little bit, I'm fine with it. Okay, so Barry lost 1 action. 2, 3, 4 right here. That's fine because I really didn't want to walk in there yet to do that pull until I knew for sure what was going on. So now we can pull from the tension deck. I already pulled Crimson Rage, but worse things happen. All right, smash asunder. Replace the closest non-locked door with an archway, then remove this card from the deck for the rest of the scenario. Spawn a zombie in one of the squares containing the archway. It's gonna be this one to the V-Jolt. That's terrible because I don't want things coming to attack me or whatever. I also got to remember that there's the crows way back over that way, that technically everything is linked over there, so they would have heard the flamethrower for sure. So I probably will move that. I'm gonna move them 2 more spaces just to be safe. Once Joseph comes in, I may have him shut the door just so we can deal with this on our own. Anyway, that goes away. That goes here, and I'm going to put the zombie right there in that spot because after Joseph goes, then the zombie will just move over 1, and Barry can take it out from there. Problem is, it's the end of Barry's turn, and oh, look at that. It's a thingy under him. So Joseph and another silly vine. It's just going after Barry. Man, he's going to have a great time having his revenge when we get to the next scenario. Joseph will take his free... Oh, yeah, you shamble forward, too. There you go. Took his free movement. 1, 2, 3, 3. Do I just 3? And we're just gonna wait right here for a moment because 4 is simply just gonna be here, Barry. Take the grenade rounds because start pumping things into things. Go forward, open up some experience, some other stuff, and lay waste to all the bad guys. That is the end of his turn. Let's go ahead and flip. Oh no. Another. Oh, we got to get rid of this bee thing immediately. He only would have moved at the end of Joseph's turn. I actually made it happen a little earlier. Problem, though, is with infestation right here in this spot. I guess the bees are starting to get antsy with us getting close to them. We have to roll now because Joseph is right here. I have no more blue herbs, by the way, so I need to avoid. Oh, my goodness, I can't believe I did it. Oh, Joseph got it. Joseph got it. Okay, so this spot right here is infested. Once I kill the beehive, then these go away. They're completely gone, and I'm more than fine with that. So that is absolutely the next goal. Barry's on top of the thing. So any action I take is going to require a dodge roll. So first action, we're going to attempt. Should I just attempt to move? I should just attempt to move. Because then Joseph's going to have to dodge it as well. Whatever. All right, let's use our flamethrower. First things first is we have to make a dodge roll in order to use the flamethrower. We fail at it. So the thing attacks us. Barry takes the hit. I don't know if this is exactly how this works. You guys let me know. But Barry takes the hit. He's again down to half health. This goes away. I'll shuffle the all clear back in. All those other things are done. It was an attack, so the zombie is going to come up here. I'm going to go ahead and use my second action now to fully use the flamethrower on it. Actually, no, I don't think that's how that works at all. I had to go back and re-look. I get to attack first. If I fail the attack, then I would have to roll. So let's just this is my first attack with the against the zombie. Okay, so I did hit him. I hit the zombie. All right, we're gonna back this up a little bit because I got confused about the order of operations about how that should work. Again, you guys let me know down in the comment section below, but based on how I'm reading it and how I interpret it, this is how I think it works. All right, so Barry goes ahead and flames that zombie right in front of him, so that zombie is dead. The plant doesn't have any type of reaction, so nothing happens. Now it is Barry's turn. It's still Barry's turn. Action number 2 is to move into the room, which he, again, fails because it's Barry, so back to caution he is. This dies, so that's 2 enemies that I have beaten, which is great, so that one thing is gone, and that's fine by me. Yeah, that's that. So now we're going to go ahead and move for number 3. That's action number 3 right there, and we'll also be doing a pull. All right, another all clear shuffled in here. We're getting to the end of this. That's getting really thin. We killed an enemy. We killed 2 enemies, technically. So both of these are out of... This is out of here, which is great, out of the game. I did use a flamethrower round, so that is down to 5. And we have one more action to deal with whatever happens to be this. Oh, no. Oh, no, it's Lisa. Uh-oh, that's bad. Oh my God, she just pops in out of nowhere. Oh no, and she's so far away. Oh, okay, so Barry does have one more turn left. Oh, he's just gonna pump a grenade round at her just to do as much damage as possible. Lisa has 3 health, so it is possible for us to beat her in this case, but oh, I highly doubt that's gonna happen. All right, so that is the push effect. I gotta see what that does again. I know it's not 3 damage, that's for sure. All right, it's 2 and it's splash, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm just going to put Lisa's card right here and go 1, 2. So now she needs to have 1 more damage done to her beforehand. So Lisa gets hit. She got nailed or whatever. Now it is her turn. She's just going to, she only has a range of 1, but a movement of 2. She's just going to, it's on the same, let's see. If a character is on the same tile as this enemy at the start of their tension phase, they draw an extra card. All right, so that's, oh no, oh, he's gonna have, oh, yep, okay. This enemy ignores closed doors, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so reaction phase, she does move 2. She's gonna move, well, she's in range right here, so I'm just gonna leave her right there. She's technically ranged 1 away from Barry, so she'd be able to hit him next turn. However, Barry needs to draw 2 tension cards, simply because Lisa's there, and that's part of it. So first, here's an all clear. Second, Is it all clear? Okay, I'm glad I'm throwing those back in, but now we need to do something badly. All right, Joseph, you get your free movement. You're going to head over right here. Joseph is going to go 1 right next to Barry and just start unloading shotgun shells until Lisa is gone. Action number 2, shotgun shell number 1 does the job. Okay, that's great. I was ready to just expunge my entire loadout in order to get rid of her. Well, bam, boom, Lisa has been finished off once again, and she runs away into the darkness. We are so not done with her yet, but man, it's the worst when she pops in out of nowhere. All right, so Joseph is there. That's that. He is the one that has the V-Jolt, I'm saying the beehive thing. Maybe I just give that to Barry and let Barry go up that way in order to deal with the bees, because the bees have been really annoying to Barry. So I did my free movement. I did 1, I did 2 for an attack. Third action, man, I'm using these other actions like crazy in this game. So insect spray is gonna go over here to Barry. We just have the book right now for Joseph, so that's fine. I could just give the book to Barry as well, and then leave the rest for, well, I guess it really depends on what that other B item is. Do I want to do that? No, we're fine. Final action, boop, right into this room, and Joseph is going to be the one that deals with the plant 42 mixture thingy or whatever once we get to it. He'll do a free movement, jump on here, and then we'll start that puzzle. All right. Joseph draws an all clear. He's the one that killed, actually, he's the one that killed her, so let's go ahead and do the supply cache, get that out of here. Joseph draws, Joseph draws a green herb. He would have had this before he made the exchange, so I'm giving it to Barry. So technically, Joseph would have had it, and then Barry would have drawn a kerosene container, which does nothing because when I use supply cache and I draw kerosene, whoever draws it gets 1 kerosene back in their inventory. Barry is full, unfortunately, so that's a waste, sadly. But then Joseph would have done the exchange, given him both the insect spray and the green herb, because Barry needs to heal again. Okay, cool, done. That was an all clear. Barry's gonna get down this way in order to stop the bees and get rid of these infestation and any other bee swarms. 1, 2, and a 3 for a double pull. I think this might, no, this isn't our last pull for this scenario, but we're getting there. By we're getting there, we're getting to the end of this. This just gets reshuffled, by the way, if it ever gets to the end. So, spawn 2 corpses. I don't have my lighter, so that's gonna be terrible. Spawn a web spinner. There's the spider right in, well, it's right in front of Barry. So that's actually really good. He can use his grenade launcher and just nail it. Corpse, spider right in front of him. We'll say the spider was eating this corpse. They sound like tarantulas there for a moment. And Barry walked in on him, all surprised, like, ah! All right, so he was here. 1, 2, 3. We do have 1 move left. Like Lisa, it is possible for me to defeat this thing in 1 shot. Should I roll the bullets for this? These web spinners also have the stupid spiderling ability, so that's really dumb. I may want to lead him out of the hallway and then kill him there. You know what? No, maybe that's the better play. No, because he's still going to get a reaction because of Joseph. If this was a door, Joseph could have shut it and then been all fine, but the spider will be within range of Barry to do a damage. I highly doubt he's going to avoid it. Yeah, all right, that's fine. All right, let's just shoot him. See what happens. Boom. 2 damage. Doesn't kill it, but, you know, it sets it up for the next round. Like with Lisa, I'm just going to put this right here, and these guys have 1, 2. That's all. Unfortunately, now it is the end of Barry's turn. That was all 4 actions. The spider will get a reaction, so he is going to attack at a range of 3. Barry could possibly dodge it. It is a medium base enemy, so a medium dodge would work, but that is not a medium dodge. That is a little dodge. So Barry takes a damage. Here we go. Here it comes. That's that. Joseph is going to cause this thing to do another reaction at the end of his turn, but all clear with the little stingy on it. That means a vine is below Barry as well. Great, fun. Now that I know how to do that, hooray. Okay. Barry is done. It is Joseph's turn. Let's actually go ahead and start figuring out this silly puzzle. 1, 2, and we will interact with it for 3. Okay, for everyone who was wondering about mixing the V-Jolt puzzle within this board game, now is the time for us to actually start talking about it. Now, the instruction says for you to shuffle these and lay them all face down. You don't, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what order they're in. They all just have to be face down. Every action you spend, you get to perform one of the following actions. You can flip the first and second puzzle card, just flipping them into their other, whatever they are, top to bottom, bottom, top, whatever. You can flip the first, second, and fourth. You can flip the first and third. You can flip the first and fourth. You can flip the second, third, and fourth, or you could flip them all face down, effectively resetting the puzzle should you get really confused about it. I don't know the fastest way to do this. I've never known things like this in terms of how this works within the game, but you know what? Let's just take our time. We have 2 more actions that we can do with Joseph. So let's start. All right, let's do first, second, fourth. That's the first action we're going to do. Then we'll do the next action. He only gets 2 actions for it, unfortunately. The first and third. That's the right way, but it's also the wrong way because I can do second, third, and fourth, and that puts everything face down. All right, well, that's the end of Joseph's turn. I'll contemplate this a little bit more as we go forward with it, but end of Joseph's turn. Well, the spider attacks, so we're here, whatever. Barry dodges it. Oh, sweet, fantastic. Good job, Barry. That will save him, at least for a little bit anyway. We're going right into Barry's first action right here, using the flamethrower against the web spinner, and we get our shot. All right, because it only needed 1 damage in order to get rid of it. That's fine. Unfortunately, it doesn't get rid of the corpse within that spot either. That's fine, whatever. The burn goes the spider. Away you go. Unfortunately, the spiderlings go down as well, which is just going to be a stupid hindrance. 1, 2, and 3 right here. Barry's just going to spend his second action to move out of the room, which he fails, takes the damage. Now he's at danger, which is fantastic again. Third action, and then fourth action to use that green herb that he picked up, as I knew I probably would. Whoosh, to go back up. Should have grabbed the first aid spray. But now we just have to wait for those spiderlings to go away, and then Barry can do whatever he needs to do. All right, so we'll take one of these away from the spiderlings. Joseph now goes. He has 4 actions to get this puzzle right. All right, I think I got it. 4 actions from Joseph. Action number 1, first and second. Action number 2, first and third. Action number 3, first and fourth. Action number 4, because I can do second, third, and fourth. Boom, boom, boom. Chick, chick, click, click, lock, lock. Boom, we have solved the puzzle. And with that, the V-Jolt has now gone into Joseph's inventory. He can now go back downstairs and destroy the roots of Plant 42, which is going to make our journey and our fight in the next section that much easier. Joseph is also going to need to reset the item deck before, or the deck over here before anything else happens. So let's clear this out. So that has been finished. I'm just going to put my A and B deck back here. It is the end of Joseph's turn. All clear. Not particularly, but sure. Okay, so we get to remove 1 more spiderling. Man, do I just want to just take it out there with Barry just to get him up there to kill the bees? Because he does need to get that other... No, I'm going to let the spiderlings go away. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on Barry's next turn, he'll pick up the bee item. Joseph will get a free movement, and I want him to start running around. I know that the infestation is going to be problematic, but if I can get Joseph here at the end of his turn, then I can free move 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he doesn't have to worry about being in this room exposed to those things. So then on Barry's next turn, he will pick up the bee item and reset the deck, so that's fine. Oh, geez, bee swarm. Oh, no. Oh, okay, well, Barry's not going to be doing that then. The active character must move 2 away, and his movement ignores restrictions. He's just going to leave the room. Rather him just do that. Yeah, I know. Bees, bees! not fun. Okay, Joseph gets his free move. You know what? Fine, let's do that. So we'll pick up B for 1, 2, reset for 3, and then 4 right here. So that's what we're gonna do. So that utilizes all of 4 of Joseph's moves, which is fantastic. He does grab a B item, which are the incendiary grenades. Okay, so those are gonna go back in. So that's 2 sets of incendiary grenades, which means inside of the beehive is room 003 key. So Barry has to go up there and get it. I wish I had a little bit more health for him because he only has 2 more hits till he's dead. But I think Joseph can make a beeline to get down to the, the vines and get back. However, I did choose to use my ink ribbon, so all of this gets shuffled together. There is something I did forget, which I will do right now and just kind of leave it. I did forget to draw from the encounter deck because Keeper's Diary was on the field. I shuffled that back into here. Keep also in mind, I got a lot of cards. Some of these are like the exploration cards, but a lot of cards here that are no longer in this deck because they were like one-time uses and everything. So that's always fun. Snakes. So there were just some snakes that appeared in that room. That's fine. We'll deal with that as they come along. So he would have picked up the B items that were right there. The snakes, I'm just going to say, spawned right there. 1, 2, what was that? That was 1, pick up for 2, 3, free movement, pick up for 1, 2, reset for 3, 4 at the end. Snakes move 2. That's all right. I'm not really too worried about that. That would be the end of Joseph's turn. Barry then goes. The spiderlings are gone. Thank you. And now he'll start heading his way up that way. Joseph is just going to run from the snakes. I'm not really too worried about that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am ending my turn. Oh man, what does that die? Ending it on the spot. Oh, 2. Okay, well he doesn't stand up, but that is the end of Barry's turn. I'm also pretty sure these birds are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll put the birds right over here for right now. I don't know how much I've shot, but they're somewhere close to us. I also forgot the pull from Joseph, so hopefully this isn't anything. All right, so that's an all clear. So that was the end of Joseph. Now Barry did his movement. All clear. Back to Joseph. We get a free movement right here, which is good. And then we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. He's making his way back down the steps to get to the root of the problem. Okay. Those snakes will move, but they're going to move towards Barry because Barry is now closest, and Keeper's Diary is back on the field. Great. Fantastic. Yeah, because the snakes can just move 2 right up here to Barry. They're just going to try to chase him down, but I think Barry will be fine. Let's remove this web spinner. Keeper's Diary is right here, so we know the next time we interact with any type of item or whatever, I have to do an enemy pull. All right, so I don't need to roll because I'm moving off of it. It's only when you end your a character action on top of a zombie that it could possibly stand up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't stand up. Don't stand up. Don't stand up. Oh, go to 2. Okay, I gotta get out of here too. So that's also very, very terrifying. All right, Barry. Oh, the vine on the same spot. Oh, come on. Great, that's just what I need. Another problem and another hindrance right in front of me. Snake goes up 2. Remember, you can always just run past snakes, which are fine and dandy. 1, 2, 3, 4. There is a vine right there. So I'm not going to, I forgot that I didn't use his free movement, but I'm not going to. I'd rather just land on it so I can free movement off of it on his next turn. Good thing I had all that stuff in that dice tray way back when in order to be able to do stuff. Draw a mission card. Okay, so we got apparently another mission. See what we got. This is the scenario that doesn't end. It just goes on and on, my friends. Mission update. What do we got? Supply run. Draw up to 5 cards. If this character survives, draw a number of cards from the A deck. That's, okay, I'm going to choose not to do this mission. So mission update is I just abandon it without doing anything because there's only 1 in here and I'm pretty sure it's a kerosene tank. So it's not going to matter at all. So that's it. It's goodbye missions. All right, here we go. Over to Joseph. He'll take his free movement to go here. And then we go 1, 2, 3, and back down to the lower levels for 4. We will catch him on his next turn. Drawing for Joseph. He gets a bee swarm. Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you right now, he is You know what? All right, well, we'll move him back. He's got to go 2 spaces. So 1, 2. Yeah, he went back up the stairs. He's like, oh my God, there's bees down there, and ran all the way back up and is now on the same space with the with this. So now on he's still going to go down on his next turn, but that's a thing that just happened. Anyway, Barry will have to move off of that. So once again, dodge. He dodged it. Oh yes, he dodged it. Okay, so now with him being on that spot, he can use an interact action right here to use the insect spray and kill all of the bees. Kill the bees. So that means that these 2 infections, I believe infestations also come off because with the beehive destroyed, both of these are gone. In addition to that, I did pull already 1, 2, 3 bee swarm from the deck as well as these. So all of these come out of the tension deck going forward. They would have came out anyway at the end of this scenario, but this just kind of helps out a little bit more going forward because we don't have to worry about them. Also, Barry gets item 003 key, which will actually open up that door and enable us to get out of this scenario. He has 2 more moves. All right, so we'll move here. He ends a action. Oh, not that one. Roll this one. Yeah, it's good. And now he'll try to move off of there, which is a medium dodge, which is great. Boom, right there. Fantastic. Snakes, boop, boop, moving up to here. The good thing is when Joseph goes down, the snakes won't attack Barry because he was technically off the map onto the next level at the end of Joseph's last turn, so the snakes would not have moved. He just got pushed up because of the bee swarm. Barry, end of turn, all clear. All right, here we go. Keep going. Now we can go here for a free movement down the steps. So we have action number 1 right here where he's right there. I'm just going to hold this like this. Yeah, he got moved onto the steps. So action number 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then he's going to have to wait until his next turn to get into here to use the V-Jolt, refill his stuff, and then head back up to the upper floor, or floor 1, I guess you could say, in order to meet up with Barry. Actually, Barry just needs to make it to that strange lock and undo it in order to be able to call the scenario. So that's actually what we're going to do. So that was the end of Joseph's turn. Here comes all the all clears. This is actually a great time for all the all clears because I want to just get out of here. All right, away you go. 1, 2, 3. I technically ended, so you gotta roll. It's a 6, all right, and a 4. All right, so Barry is now gonna make his way down this way to unlock this, open up the last area, and then end the scenario. Snake zips over 2, which is fine. There's still a lot bad that could happen between here and there, and as long as we get all clears, we're okay. Also, once I use the V-Jolt, all tentacles or vines are gone and I don't have to worry about them showing up again. So this is that round. And here we go. 1 for his free movement at the beginning. So technically 1. And then number 2, spraying those roots with the V-Jolt and wilting them away. Oh man, okay, so again, that's going to make things significantly easier for the boss battle that we have next, which honestly, after this, I would like something a little easier, thank you very much. Free movement, 1, 2 with the V-Jolt, 3, and then action number 4, we're just going to go ahead and pick up both 2 of these. One action should pick up 2, if I can actually pick up a second one. Thank you very much. All right, so we got this. Also, I've realized that he is going to need to go up because Barry... I should have given Barry the unprinted book. I can't believe I didn't give him the unprinted book. This is what I need in order to unlock the door, in order to get out of there. Oh, man. Well, I did want to give him a full, this. So Joseph is going to have to run like crazy in order to get back up to Barry. So that was Joseph's turn. Joseph flips and all clear. There is no more vine, so I don't have to worry about that. So that's fine. Barry goes... And I'm still just going to do what I said before. I'm going to go 1, 2, and we will crack this open for 3 using a lock 003, but I will not walk through it yet because I'm going to give Joseph a little bit of time to get himself up there. All right, so that was the key right here that Barry used. I moved the snakes too closer to him. I'm going to call that as Barry's... I guess I could turn and burn the snakes just to put an all clear back in. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and... that was 1, 2, 3. This is number 4. So we will go ahead and just do that. Burn the snakes. Just to get the snakes out of my way, and then also to give Barry another all clear, hopefully back into... There we are. Fantastic. Back into the main deck. All right, these guys are out of here. That's great. These crows just kind of keep making their way around. I don't think they'll ever reach me, but, you know, they'll be fine. I'm not going to worry about them. Okay, end of Barry's turn. I've shuffled the 1 all clear back in. We drew 1, which is great. I can't believe that I really forgot to give him the book. I should have given him the book. If I gave him the book, then I wouldn't have to worry about anything. Barry could just done stuff. All right, well, Joseph gets a free movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is actually, yep, the steps are right there. And then on Joseph's next turn, we'll never have to see this little mini map ever again. Hooray. Okay, Joseph ends, all clear. Barry will now have the opportunity to explore the very last section of this scenario. This is it, we're coming to the end. As soon as we get to this spot and we unlock the door, Joseph needs to get his butt here as fast as possible. We win. 1 action in, and what do we find? And there it is, our strange lock door, and that is what we need the book for in order to open up that Joseph currently has in his possession. Well, Barry has a triple pull that he has to deal with. We have a lot of grenade and flamethrower rounds, so he should be able to deal with that. We will ignore that zombie and that A item inside of what I only assume is a bathroom, because this is technically a room. It's like part of the hotel room or whatever. So we'll ignore that, not worried about that A item, and yeah. This is it. This is all we got to do in order to finish it. There should be a door here as well, but I'm just going to ignore that because I just got to wait till Joseph gets here. Not going to be picking up anything else, so Keeper's Diary is just going to be sitting there. Triple pull. Of course, we got a triple pull, which I think there's only these 2 spots. Yep, that's it. Just 2 spots for a lot of things to go into. One's going to be a spider. You watch. Because what do I have left? I have 2 left. 1 is a zombie. Search the encounter deck or discard pile for a Cerberus. Shuffle that back into... Oh, okay, so guess what happened? That, I would have shuffled a... I just grabbed my whole discard pile. We've literally reached the end. A Cerberus... This is the end. A zombie, a Cerberus, because this would have get shuffled in and I would have pulled it, and then a web spinner. Our last 3 enemies that we have to deal with are... Well, let's see which one spawns first. Is it the Cerberus or the web spinner? Yeah, the Cerberus. Okay, I was right. Okay, so zombie, Cerberus, web spinner. Zombie, Cerberus, spider! Right in there. All right, well, what's good, though, is I have 3 moves in order to be able to, or 3 actions to do stuff. So let's start lighting things up, shall we? Let's start with the flamethrower. That's going to be right in front of us. 1 will kill the zombie, and then, of course, do some damage to the web spinner. Web spinner has 3 health, and we did 2 to it. All right, cool. So web spinner has died. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The zombie has died. Web spinner got hurt. The dog reacted. Boop, boop, came down and around, and I think at that point... Yep, we're just going to go ahead and lob a grenade right into that spot. Doesn't matter what it is, so long as I don't miss. That's the 3 damage one. That would have been... Always. Well, better to hit it than to miss it, I say. So burn, 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 burn. Everybody burns here. So this zombie is out of the picture. The Westerner's like, Dog's like, what happened? What happened? What happened? And then kaboom, he comes in with a grenade round doing 3 damage to the entire thing. And they are both eliminated. And honestly, just for the heck of it, we are going to go ahead and just spend Barry's last action using a kerosene in order to go 1, 2, 3, bringing the flamethrower back up to 5. I probably will use his first turn in order to put 4 back into the grenade launcher, which is a maximum of 6. Building that up. I could also just wait. I will get 2 free shots at the end of it, refilling it. I'm not sure. And I'm not sure what I want to do. But all I know what I need to do right now is end Barry's turn, because he is hurting. Fevered Assault! During the next player's turn, increase the enemy movement by 1. All right, well, nothing's moving, so I'm fine with that. Those crows are somewhere over there doing the thing. But, haha, Joseph magically appears right here once again with his free movement. Now we're going to go 1, 2, 3, Actually, these are gone. These are all gone because we killed everything. So 4, and he just needs to 5 movement himself all the way around. Okay, here we go. I'm not going to reshuffle this unless I'm asked to, but oh no. Remove the closest corpse and replace it with a crimson head. Oh, that's gonna slow me down. Oh no. The closest corpse is like right down over here, so huzzah, there's a crimson head. Now, granted, that does take a, what is it, a thingy off the board, what is it, a corpse off the board, which is great. But man, is that going to make things really, really difficult at this point. I got to figure out a way to get rid of him. He's going to run out at Joseph as Joseph is doing his maneuvers, so do I want to, like, just let that happen? No, Barry's going to take care of it. Barry needs to keep him alive. So he's going to move 1, which would cause the Crimson Head to move 1. 2, causing the Crimson Head to move 2. And now I get 2 shots at this thing in order to kill it. Crimson Heads have 2 health to them. So I'm going to go ahead and just lob 1 grenade, which does 2 damage. Okay, that does 2 damage. I had to relook at the card. I actually have it with me. I forgot that that's 2 damage. That's 3 damage. That's 1 damage, which is absolutely silly. But you know what? I do have a plan for the grenade launcher going into the next battle. So that's okay. We killed it. That's amazing. An explosion over here from Barry's rocket launcher, or not rocket launcher, grenade launcher, whatever launcher I happen to have, takes this guy out for good. Huzzah. And I moved the crows. They're over there somewhere. They're making away. But that should be the last time we actually fire off the grenades. Now we're going to do some rapid fire movement here. All right, so we know that was Barry's turn. He has 1 shot left in his launcher. So Barry ends his turn. All clear. Actually, we're just going to use Barry's last kerosene and go 1, 2, 3. Because at the end of the scenario, 2 will go into that flamethrower, making it up to full. And I'd rather have the flamethrower full going in. Do I want to do anything? Joseph gets his, this is going to be rapid fire again. Joseph gets his free movement. He goes 1, 2, 3, 4. From there, we have finished, so he goes in all clear. Barry doesn't do anything. Well, we'll move Barry. We'll go Barry 1, 2, 3, 4, just to put him close to the door for no reason other than we can. It's an all clear. All right, back to Joseph. Again, this is going to be rapid fire, back and forth. Gets his free movement at the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. Drawing. All clear. Barry, we're not going to do anything. Shattered glass. Draw an additional tension card. Spawn a Cerberus. All right, well then he's going to have to deal with that, isn't he? And an all clear. All right, so it's got to go in the active characters tile. I'm just going to put the dog up here for right now. I'm going to ignore it. Even if it attacks and hits anybody, I don't really care at this point because I'm right here at the end. It is Joseph's turn because that was Barry. Free movement. 1, 2, 3. And then action number 4 is to give him the book. So the book goes on over to Barry because I think what I'm going to try to do is just Barry dodge the dog and then go on in. Barry can take 1 hit, if anything, so that should be fine. End of Joseph's turn. No escape! Great. Open the... God, enemies on the 2 connect. Perform a reaction. Oh, no. Great. Great. That's just what we need. Okay, so this would pop open. I don't know how this is going to work, so I'm just going to kind of make this up as I go along, to be honest with you. Pop that open, right? Open the closest locked door. Yep, that's fine. Then everyone gets a reaction. That zombie lurches. This dog jumps up here. So that's the base reaction. Actually, no, that's it. That's the reaction phase. That was the tension card that just got another reaction. So that should be fine, right? Because that can't... Oh, no, because Barry spawned that in. You went to here. The reaction would have been the dog jumping into here because it didn't have its long-range attack. This guy moved, and now actually the Cerberus is going to attack. Does he attack the whole square? No, he wouldn't have, because according to the card, he would have jumped on the square if he was 3 away. He's going to target Joseph with this attack, actually, with this reaction. So that that's better, because at least Joseph can take the hit if he misses. I kind of want Joseph to miss just so he can push the dog out of the way. Nope, he dodged it, which is fine. That's great. It is Barry's turn, so Barry needs to get onto the next spot, which of course he failed. So Barry's in danger, and the dog is right there. So that was 1, He's going to give the book back to Joseph for 2 and 3 and 4 to move that way just to get away from the dog. Again, because Joseph is going to do it next turn. Move. And actually, the dog is once again going to try to bite Joseph because he has the range. Joseph dodges it, and the dog is on the same spot as him. Now Barry draws hopefully the last tension card of the game, which is a all clear with the pizza pie. Would have killed him should he have, been poisoned. However, it is Joseph's turn. Joseph has his book back with him, which this would have ended so much sooner if I had just given it to Barry to begin with. Free movement to get away from the dog. 1, 2. Unlocking this, using the book in order to open up the door. It says nothing about enemies not needing to be there because step skip 6 will not get skipped, as I didn't read. Finally, we have finished this scenario. I've left pretty much every single door open all over the place here, which is really bad. Hey, the crows are all the way down over this way now. They were up there and they managed to just fly their way here slowly but surely. But man, okay, so we got all of this right here. We have finally finished it. This has been a grueling adventure. Let's go to our end phase, clear ourselves up, and do a proper sign-off. All right, first things first, the mansion level will increase by 1. So that puts us to 9, actually, because we were at 10. We had that mission that dropped it down to 8, which is amazing. And now bump it back up to 9, which is still fantastic. It's a good place to be, especially going into a boss fight. As far as corpses go, there are only 2 corpses on the field. There were 3, but it looked like 5 is the magic number, so that's fine. And 1 zombie on the field as well, so we don't have to worry about anything getting added to the encounter deck. We don't have to worry about any additional levels being added to the mansion. As far as everything else that we have here, the book has been used, so that is gone and out of the inventory right now. Our characters heal 1 level, so Barry is in orange. Him and Richard are currently getting healed. All my other players in reserve heal 2 levels because they're in the reserve right now, so they heal a little bit better, so they'll heal faster. This is bad because Barry, I want him to go into this fight because it's thematically he's going into the room with Joseph. So yeah, I'm gonna have to determine what I want to do with this. I probably do it anyway just because of the fact that I want Joseph there. So we have all of our other stuff is going to go up by 2. Flamethrower up to 10. The shotgun up to 4, which is great. And the grenade launcher technically goes up to 3. I'm going to not reload that with anything because I'm going to be taking the incendiary grenades, both rounds of incendiary grenades, into the battle with Plant 42 with me because I have 2 of those currently. Those are both B items. Yeah, so once they're used, they're used. The thing is that the only way you get more incendiary grenades is by loading it with that particular type. You can also get more at the end of the scenario when the dial goes up by 2. So if the incendiary grenades are in here, that is pretty much it. And it just replaces it. Like that's how it looks now, the grenade launcher, or how it will look once I load it. But otherwise that, everybody is the way they are. And off to the mansion map and finish this up. I do enjoy the evolving map as we go along just to kind of show us where everything is, but man, it's getting really tricky to get this on the table from time to time. Anyway, we have beaten Guardhouse B. We have already taken those particular cards out of the deck, so that is amazing, and we have then unlocked Guardhouse C. As you can probably see, is a dead end right here. There's nothing else that connects to it. That is because this is our boss fight for the area against the dreaded Plant 42, which from what people are saying is actually one of the easiest bosses in the game. So maybe I'll just leave Barry. Actually, I will. I will just leave Barry as it is. I'll probably go in with a first aid spray with him because I only have 3 first aid sprays left as far as healing goes. But in the next episode of Resident Evil the Board Game, Barry and Joseph will go ahead into Guardhouse C, going through the door that they use that mysterious book in order to unlock, in order to find a monstrous menace, which I had above me right here. There you go, a little preview for you right there. And then in order to take him down lower the mansion threat level once again, and get a extremely important item that will enable me to go to here, and here, and here, and here, which will, of course, unlock more mysteries for the Spencer Mansion. Thank you all once again for joining me on this latest session for Resident Evil, the board game. Sorry, it was a lot longer than the other ones, and I definitely had to break it up into 2 parts for basic YouTube. But again, you know, Patreon and YouTube members were able to see it straight through right from the beginning to end. I just don't like them being super long like this, because I feel like anything that goes over an hour and a half or so just gets really difficult to watch. Like, you keep it that like hour range or whatever. I like that, but hey, if you came back and watched the end of it, awesome. Thank you so much. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. You guys have been absolutely amazing through all of these things that I've done, and continuing to showing your support and enjoyment for my run through Resident Evil, the board game. Let me know what you think of Guardhouse B. Is this one that you went through yourself in your game? Was it as just annoying for you as it was for me? Were you playing the older rules, where the vines were basically unstoppable killers that led to a lot of deaths within this? And just, you know, your overall thoughts on the errata for it, and would you use that in your game in the future? All of that said and done, guys, thank you all once again. You have been absolutely amazing. In order not to miss our amazing boss fight with Plant 42 and other Resident Evil things I put out, plus more things for you to enjoy, be sure you are subscribed to the Home Gamer Dad. If you wish to support the channel even further, there's a ton of ways to do that down in the description section below. There's ways to pick up this game through the Steamforge website or Amazon. My Amazon affiliate links are down there as well. I also have what was that, Noble Knight Games as well, so I have those affiliate links down there too. I preferred going through them because they are an awesome sponsor. Thank you guys so much for working with me and everything in order to bring you guys some awesome deals and some rarer games out there. The memberships, as I mentioned before, get these full videos and things along that way. But really, when it all comes down to it, your view, your like, your share, commenting on this video, and just being here with me, watching this video right here, right now, all the way to the bitter end, means the world to me. Thank you all so, so, so much. Take care of yourselves and each other. We are family forever, gaming together. Until a much shorter episode, and one that'll hopefully make me not as exhausted by the time I'm done filming it, we'll have to hunker down and weed the garden. You guys take care, and I'll catch you all later.